Hey everybody, welcome to Trail Sage, and today we're talking about the Magicshine Windbreaker sunglasses. I gotta tell you, I've been completely blown away. I'm not typically a sunglass guy, and so when I got these, I was a little bit skeptical, but holy moly, they have been awesome. I took them over to Arizona, did some awesome riding out there. I mean, there is no coverage out there. You are completely exposed in the sun. They handled great. I live in the Northeast in Philadelphia, and they've been awesome here. What to say? You know what? Let's start with a little bit of a backstory. A little while back, I did a review on some Magicshine lights. The folks at Magicshine saw that review and they're like, listen, hey, I don't know if you knew this, but we also make sunglasses. Would you be interested in trying out a pair? And I said, yeah, sure. Send them along. I'm not really a sunglass wearer, but I'll give them a shot. So let's talk a little bit about what these sunglasses are. They are photochromic, I almost said chromatic, but that's not a thing. Photochromic, which means they adjust their tint level according to how bright it is, and they'll just do that automatically. And I was completely skeptical of that. I was like, photochromic, what does that mean? So yeah, I took this outside, I covered one side of the lens and left the other side exposed. And you can clearly see that the tint absolutely works. And I think that they listed this from a Cat 1 to a Cat 3. I don't know what that means. Again, I'm not a photochromic expert, but I can tell you that it works amazingly. It's not noticeable. It's not like they completely go black. It happens naturally, organically, and it's been really comfortable visually to know that you're not getting blinded by sun. Like, these just automatically adjust to that. That's been awesome. The other thing is these sunglasses are frameless design, so there's no frame going across the top or bottom, which I really appreciate both on my road bike and on my mountain bike, but primarily on my mountain bike because that's what I do. I don't want things obstructing my view, and so a frameless design for me really makes a lot of sense. I've enjoyed it. It's full coverage. It goes all the way around. I didn't have any problems with the sunglasses kind of slipping down, getting in my way. They've just been really comfortable. I think on the website, they said that these were 29 grams. I don't know if that's heavy or light for sunglasses, but I can tell you that I didn't have a single problem riding with these. I never felt like, oh, I can feel these on my face. It was the exact opposite. You would forget that they were on your face. So yeah, I would say they're pretty light, and in that regard, they've been awesome. They are primarily plastic, except for the contact points. So the piece around the nose, that's rubber, and then there's a small piece on the frame here that touches your ear, that's also rubber, and that's been great. I haven't experienced any kind of slippage, which is awesome. You don't want to be doing this move or having them fall off in the middle of a slab or like a roller or a chunky downhill gnar or something like that. Like I said, they kind of stay put, so that was really awesome. I typically do like a likes and dislikes, but instead of doing that, what I thought I'd do was we could go over the website and see what Magicshine had to say about these sunglasses and kind of debunk that or support that according to my experiences. So let's go ahead and do that. The first thing that they said was these are high impact resistant polycarbonate lenses that provide 100% UV protection. I'm not a UV protection expert. I'm going to assume that they offer 100% UV protection, but in terms of it being high impact resistance, I would say that's pretty true. Obviously, I didn't have any, brush in Arizona to worry about, but here in the Northeast in Philadelphia, you're constantly getting hit in the face with branches, and I'm falling down off my bike, and I gotta tell you, not really any kind of damage that I could see. No scratches on the lenses. Yeah, it's been awesome. So I guess high impact resistance, yeah, I would go ahead and say that's probably true. The other thing they said, lightweight frameless design, stylish and sporty. Stylish and sporty, that's subjective. I find these sunglasses to be attractive, but again, that's how my face is constructed. Your face might not suit these sunglasses. You might not find them to be stylish and sporty. I don't know. Lightweight, yeah, we talked about it, 29 grams. Yeah, I would say that these were lightweight. Like I said, I completely forgot that I was wearing them at times, which is awesome. 6-base cylindrical shield lens for increased peripheral, I can't say that word, view and protection. Yeah, I think that's a huge positive with these sunglasses. Again, subjective, but for me, having a full coverage lens that just goes completely around your face was awesome. I can't see the frames on the side. I mean, if I go cross-eyed, I can see the nose piece here, but if I'm looking forward, I don't see anything, which is unbelievable. I mean, when you're when you're riding, like I don't want to see anything down here obstructing my view. Like that's really, especially in mountain biking, that's really important. You're making split-second decisions that could mean injury or not. And like, that's one less thing that I have to worry about. So yeah, it's been awesome. Like I said, full coverage, definitely agree. Ultra grip rubber nose pads and temple tips for a secure fit no matter how much you sweat. Again, I would have to agree. I tend to sweat a lot, which is another reason why I don't wear sunglasses, but I never had a point where I was like, these things were like falling and I had to, adjust these things, which, I have had that issue with other sunglasses in the past, where they just kind of start slipping down. I did not experience any of that. I mean, these things, you put them on and they stay put, and that is really, really cool. Agree with that statement. Enhanced ventilation system that provides unparalleled air circulation to prevent fogging. This is another reason why I don't wear sunglasses, is the fogging issue. And I don't know how they did it, because the lens, it has 2 little ventilation holes. I mean, that's nothing. That is, I don't know how that's preventing it from fogging. I don't know what kind of fairy dust they sprinkled on this thing, but it is incredible. I didn't have any fogging issues with this lens, and I find it hard to believe that it's because of those 2 lens holes. Again, your experience with this might be different, but for me, I thought that was pretty awesome. Oh, by the way, what do you get in the package? So with the lenses, you get a carrying case, a very nice hard carrying case, which is awesome. There's like a little pamphlet here, and then you get a carrying sock. I don't know, that you could put your lenses in. Highly recommend that, by the way. Put that in. Definitely put your lenses in that. And then they give you a lens wipey thing, which is awesome. It's all the things that you would expect a company to send you with some sunglasses, so that's what you get with it. The last thing that they said here is they are smudge resistant coating on both sides for extra protection and carefree lens maintenance. I gotta call BS on this one. Again, the frameless design, it takes a while to get used to how to handle these lenses. Eventually you get used to just kind of like not touching the lens and you grab the top and bottom, but they definitely smudge. Like, total BS here. I mean, after a while you get used to like how to handle these glasses and it becomes a non-issue, but to make the claim that they're smudge resistant, yeah, I don't know. I don't completely agree with that, which is one of the dislikes that I have with this lens. And the other dislike that I have with this lens is, again, with the frameless construction, the way that these are constructed, it has this like, it's not a cut out, it's like a cut up. I mean, they don't go straight across. There's like a little thing here, it goes up and down. On the road bike, not an issue. Like my road bike has like a little cutout, so it wasn't a big deal. But on the mountain bike, this top piece here would like if my helmet slid down a little bit, like it would rub up against the helmet and make this like squeaking sound. Which, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm like extra sensitive to like sounds and stuff. And like, where is this squeaking sound coming from? And it turns out it was that my helmet would drop down because it's hot and sweaty, and then it would rub up on this and create this squeaking sound. The solution? I don't know. I mean, maybe put a piece of plastic or something right here, or make these straight across instead of like coming up like this. Again, you're not destroying the whole frameless design, because the important part is this bottom piece right here. You don't want to frame down here, but up here, like that's not going to get in your view. So I don't know if you're going to make another version of this Magicshine, but if you do, I would probably consider either making these straight across or put something up here to prevent that from hitting your helmet and making that sound. Speaking of which, Magicshine did send me these sunglasses, but I am under no obligation to say anything. These are my own thoughts, my own words. I didn't have to send this video in for them to approve it. They didn't give me a script. You're getting my honest opinion, as you always do on this channel. Speaking of which, let's talk about the price, because the price is something that really blew me away. These are priced at $60. I have seen a few that were cheaper than $60. It was brands I've never heard of though, and I definitely saw a ton that were way over $60. And for me, I think you're getting a lot of bang for the buck. I think that $60 is certainly reasonable for these sunglasses. I've really enjoyed them. How do we sum up this video? I don't know what to say. Like, I've been completely so happy with these glasses. They just, you know, not being a sunglass wearer, I was really skeptical about, you know, these sliding down or them fogging up, and I hadn't had any of those issues. They've been so comfortable to wear. And, you know, am I gonna wear these in the summer? Probably not, because like I said, you know, I'm gonna sweat into the glasses. I really don't enjoy that, but I got these in the fall. I rode them through the fall, the winter, and the spring, and they've been wonderful. I mean, we took them on some seriously gnarly trails, and my God, this Arizona sun, the tinting was unbelievable. It's one of those things where you forget that you're wearing. I mean, yeah, they're lightweight, but like the tinting was just, it was perfect. You didn't think about it. It just like tinted when it was supposed to tint, and it was not tint when it wasn't. And that's just awesome. That, like, you don't want to think about all those things. And so, yeah, the comfort, you know, the lightweight, the frameless design, all of it has been awesome. I would highly recommend these sunglasses. That's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you have any feedback or questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you wanna see more content like this, feel free to subscribe, or even better, join me on Patreon for some extra perks. Thanks for watching.
Yes, yes. Come on, Sage. Right here. Right here.
Save the bike!
I had it. Drop through.
You okay?
Totally fine. Bike is fine. Good. One more time.
Bike is fine. Keswick.
Keswick. All right. Oh no!
All right, find your bail spot.
Whoa.
Oh, the wheel caught.